My name is Dan Snodgrass. I've been at 12 Stones since about 2008, and currently we're pioneering at the Beaufort campus. As we were raising Stefan and our daughter Sarah, we knew that modeling good behavior is key. She and I, as partners, is something that our kids have talked about a lot, that we work together, that we have common goals, that we've always worked to serve. And I think as a result, our children have seen that that's something that they should follow.
My dad's influence of hope and faith, in some ways were invisible to me. You know, a fish doesn't know it's wet. Like, faith was all around me. We got married in 2005, and we lived in Los Angeles, and we liked it there. We had lots of friends from college, and it was great, but the pace of life was hard, and we knew that we couldn't grow our family from where we were. My folks lived here in Atlanta.
We moved to be near them. They are exactly the grandparents I would pick for our child.
We had tried for, I think, maybe 6 months, 8 months, when we started asking ourselves whether or not we had any issues.
July of 2012 is when we first went to see a specialist. It felt to me like everyone around us was getting pregnant. I remember saying to God, you messed up. My body is supposed to work.
It got really hard to ask the same thing over and over, and is God hearing us?
We came to the place of, if you're gonna get more glory in this situation, God, then okay. And I might have to say it again tomorrow, because I might not agree with it again tomorrow. But I know for me, there was one morning where I woke up and it just was the thought of, this may never happen.
It was very much a challenging season. And then in August, my dad was diagnosed with lymphoma.
When I first heard, quite honestly, I wasn't surprised. Cancer runs in our family. I think the Lord over the years has kind of prepared me for eventually hearing this news. I was put into chemo almost immediately upon the diagnosis. It was stage 4 lymphoma, so a terminal disease, really.
The idea that we didn't have a grandchild for him, for my parents, and the influence that they would have, or not, depending on how all this went.
People ask me, how do I deal with what seems like a dire situation? How do I have hope? How do I have optimism in what is ahead? I can be hopeful because I've seen how the Lord has worked in the past when I left things to Him.
The happy ending started with a scream from across the house.
And a scream of complete shock that we were pregnant. I still don't believe it. And I can feel him kicking me, and I still don't believe it. And every baby's a miracle, but this baby is a miracle for us, for sure.
We were elated. That's all we can say. We're excited.
We got confirmation that we're having a boy. And so it's we can start to pray for him as our son and say, God, we pray for our boy, that I could be the kind of dad to him that my dad was to me, and that that legacy of faith could be something that I pass along, that I honor what my dad's faithfulness by raising my son in the same way.